questions we ask ourselves, but typically I see a lot of people just asking questions like, oh man, that was so stupid. Why did I do that? Questions like that are not good. Let's go into the top three questions I think are good for you. Number one, yeah, we're jumping right into this. Number one is I have it in the field of regrets, but if I only had 1 year to live, what would I strive to do to make sure that I have the least amount of regrets? That's question number one. See, I find that as I talk to more and more people, it doesn't matter what age, as long as they've lived some life. What's up, man? I find that they live with regrets. They look back and they say, man, I wish I had done that. Man, I wish I had done this. What's up? Nice for joining. Thanks for joining us. So, question number one again, and I'll go to two. If I only had 1 year to live, what would I strive to do to make sure that I have the least amount of regrets? What is it? Just type it in right now. What is that one thing? Type it in. I want to see it. I would tell you for me, um, I'd probably would travel around the world more. Right. That so I don't have the least amount of regrets. Carla, great. Jen says, execute my mission vision daily. That's a good one. Jen, I love that one. All right, number two. This is question number two. You should ask yourself daily, and do me a favor and answer these. More family time. Geez, that is. I'll tell you a story about that one as soon as we show you number two. Number two. What's one thing that I'm proud of that I recently accomplished? Think of asking yourself that daily. The power of that, because we naturally gravitate to thinking of all the things we should have done, thinking of the things we didn't do. Oh man, I screwed up that. I didn't do well on that. But this allows you to focus on the small, even if it's small, the small things that you did that allow you to focus on more of the goodness around you. It's like you're hacking yourself. So the question, what's one thing that I'm proud of that I recently accomplished? Think about that. That was number two. Now, if you're just joining us, I'm Tristan Ahumada. I'm the CMO of Success Magazine. And let's read some of these things and I'll tell you what I thought. Please answer them with me because I've got one more for you. This is a short one. So this is the last question. But first, when you said more family time, geez, do you guys remember the miracle at the Hudson when the airplane just landed in that area? And they interviewed a lot of the people that thought they were going to die. They interviewed them after, and a lot of the times they said, I watched my life flash before my eyes, and all I could think of is that time that I wish I had spent with, and then it went down the list: my mother, my father, my children, my spouse. So often regrets go around the time that you didn't spend with those that you love. That's why I love that one that you added. Lead gen every day. Benin City, Nigeria. What's up, Nigeria? I want to go back to my previous job. Well, then what's stopping you, Mira? Just go. Sometimes you just have to jump in and do it. Positive impact. Live my life to the fullest. Have my own business. Do music, entertainment, help others. Netdao, I think what you want to do is be specific. I love that you're putting that out there. Be specific as to what that looks like. Make as many memories with those that I love as possible. Christine, that's what I'm talking about. Leave a lasting impact to inspire. Well, these are beautiful. So now you're going to answer me this one. This is the third one and last one. I got to go to my second page. I have a whole journal of questions that I think are important, so I don't lose them and I ask myself often. So here it is. And now, Larry, write a novel. Yes. Here it is. Think of your 5-year goal. And if you don't have one, think of the goal that you've been wanting to do for a long time. This is the long-term goal. Think of your 5-year goal, what you want to do, what you want to have, the lifestyle you want, and everything that goes with it. Now, ask yourself what you need to do to make it happen in 12 months. Forget 5 years. Forget 4 years. Forget 10 years. Forget 2, 3, everything in between. How are you going to make that happen in the next 12 months? That question forces you to look at the world that you live in differently. and think, wait a second, I can do this in a year? What do you need to do to get there faster? That's the question you should be asking yourself. What's up, Steven? I see you, buddy. Now, I'm going to go back to the first one. I'll end it here. The first question, and then I'll give you a bonus one. First one that I asked, if you missed it, is this. If I only had 1 year to live, what would I strive to do to make sure that I have the least amount of regrets? That was number one. Somebody asked. Now, here's the bonus one, and then I'll call it a day for you. And then please answer them. If you're watching this on replay, answer them because I'm going to go back to them, respond. Here it is. And this one is the one I ask myself daily and my son and my daughter, right? What feeling do I want to leave people with when they engage with me? See, this puts you outside of who you are. And it reminds me that you're impacting people on a daily basis when you interact with them. You remove the ego and you think, wait a second, at every instance that I'm talking to somebody, interacting with them, even here, how am I making them feel? Because at the end of the day, they're going to remember how you made them feel, right? And that's one question that I love asking my son, because I would say, hey, instead of saying, hey, how was your day at school? Or how was your day here? Or how was your day there? I ask, were you a good example today? How did you make people feel today around you? Now I'm asking you, how did you make people feel around you today? Because that will dictate your success. Thank you for being part of success. If you haven't subscribed to our magazine, I think we've got the link somewhere here. And if you're following me on Lab Coat Agents or on my personal page, thank you. Again, I'm Tristan Almada, CMO of Success Magazine. Thanks for joining us. Have an awesome day, everybody. Now I have to figure out how to stop this because I'm trying through Restream, and I usually try through Ecamm Live.